Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Rags to Riches into Primal Ultimate. And in previous episode it did manage to take over a city down here at last. We had quite a bit of fighting in here and it's far from over. We got some troops over here on the road to kind of protect the city a little bit from the east. We got some troops over here that might, well actually, no, that's not our light infantry, never mind. We got some garrisons in here at least, depending that. And some of the artillery over here is actually going to require some repairs by the looks of it. So let's go ahead and send those to that right now. And then we can send in some more artillery back there instead. Now, I think the next goal for us is, like, other than defend this area, we are having the elite guards going in there to help defend it, which should be pretty good. We got also some infantry. Oh, right, yeah, that's heading over there. Anyway, we are getting some troops in here, and then I think our next goal, once we get... Actually, have we gotten any more troops trained? We have. Okay, well, let's send the IF2 down this way. To try to cut off this area here, so that they can't... Well, I mean, basically, it's probably going to be easier to start attacking from this side, actually. And slowly just make sure that we control this border in its entirety. And that should help quite a bit in keeping the enemies coming in at least a little bit. Like, if we get up to there, that'd be fine. Once we do get more of this a border in here under control, I mean, actually, I don't think we need to build trenches in there once we've gotten all of this under control. This front line, on the other hand, along the river against Congo is going to be something that we do need to protect. We got some garrisons in here, and seems to be doing just fine, and we might want to add in one more garrison to this thing. There's 3 right now, one of which is not full strength, and then there's 2 more that are going to be in there, because that's kind of a corner location in there, and they might be trying to cross from various points into the firing line of that. So that should help us. We also got a little bit of garrison. No, that's the combat engineers in here. Right. Well, that should be just fine, actually. Right, so that's a friendly unit. Oh, well, technically should be friendly unit. It might not be, but let's unpause, see what happens. We're being bombarded in here. Did we... We got our infantry in here. We got only one IF2, so we can't really necessarily attack there. I mean, I suppose what we could do is we could shift this entire group. We've got some elite forces in there. So let's go ahead and... Actually, I'm not going to take that one. But entrench the rest of these over here. To start destroying more of that. We could maybe send these guys in here instead. But the idea is to just destroy as much of the artillery, especially around here, as possible. And now that the infantry gets in here, that's going to be a bit of a massacre. There we go, that's several units destroyed. Jamaica wants to offer some industrial goods. With pretty darn good price, actually. The value that they're offering is about 190 million, and we are paying 35 million. So yeah, I'll take that. France is offering military goods, which is similarly good to offer. So we might as well take that. There's a lot of troops still trying to move through here. Once we get the infantry in here, do we have a lot of garrisons? We don't have a lot of garrison there. We got more over here, so it should be fine. And we just destroyed that. Yeah, that was the diplomatic deal successful. There is a lot of troops moving back and forth in here, and more of our artillery probably needs to go get some repairs. I am sending them further back behind the lines just to be sure. Now, do we have more? No, that's the helicopter in there. Over here we should have some production going on. Why is that? Oh right, that's the anti-aircraft gun. I'm not going to necessarily move that anyway. I don't think there's a lot of planes up here in the north, so it's not really required there. We got a unit over here which could go ahead and take care of that BRDM2, maybe. Especially with the help of this light infantry from Nigeria, I believe. We still lack some supply in several places. Did we get the... Okay, that's Somalian units. We got a tank here, we got a engineer as well. Let's go ahead and send the engineer down this way. I'm gonna start try to start getting more control over here. I mean, we've got garrisons here which are capable of pushing back the enemy. And there's a Russian anti-tank gun or tank destroyer in there which is having some problems. We've got garrisons in there. We do have IF2 here, which could save the situation, because the Nigerian troops and the Russian troops fighting each other, which honestly shouldn't be happening. But let's just say that this game doesn't always do well with logic in situations like this, where there's just multiple deals that they can do, and conflicting deals at that. Right, so they are sending troops over there. Still needs a bit more troops to actually push them, or push through there. At least over here we are slowly getting the garrison, although our reserve personnel numbers are running a bit low. So we might not want to advance too much. Oh, that elite force needs to go get some repairs. Where do we have the repair facilities? I thought we had one closer, but I suppose we didn't. No, I think it's over there. Oh, right. Ooh. We got all sorts of things in here. Oh, we got some artillery that we bought. Good. Let's go ahead and get you in here then. We also got some infantry in various locations here. Is that the entire group? It is majority of the group in here. Let's move you down that way. Okay, so we are still destroying a lot of the enemy units here. That one's friendly. Let's go and capture it, so to speak. There's going to be that tank in there, which we can hopefully destroy. Another thing that I suppose I could do is that is a lot of artillery. I'm going to take these infantry units, go over here, destroy that stack of artillery. That's going to free up a lot of, well, take off a lot of pressure from our troops defending the front line here, I'd say. That is, I think that's Honduras or Nicaragua. I don't remember which one has that flag. I do remember there's one of those two. Let's move you in here to make sure that they can't just run along the road. You are offering a lot of BDX units, or too many BDX. It's a lot of money though, I'm gonna reject that. Not to mention I probably have to man those from reserve personnel, which I don't think I can really do right now. Okay, where is this group in here? I think we might be able to push them back from here, is the thing. Like, if we can push them back and kind of close this border in here, maybe go to Lumbomo, sorry, and take a barracks in there. Just, we need to push them back enough so that we have a bit of a breathing room in here. And let's have a look at the northern front again. Also, we got another diplomatic offer from Trinidad offering a little bit industrial goods. Sure, I mean, we need a lot since we do need to do a lot of repairing right now. Although we're actually producing more than we are using right now, so that's good. We got this in here. How bad is that? That is a lot of Italian troops there. I'm going to send you down this way, actually. We're going to slowly start rolling around here to push the front line back. But there's a lot of fighting going on down here by the sound of it. Oh wait, no, it's this one. Alright, I'm going to pull you back a little bit. The elite guards are still there. There we go, we destroyed some of them. That is a lot of artillery in that stack here. Do we have... 13th is missing one unit. I think we'll send in the 10th down here then. And then we're going to send these over here as well. Going to try to destroy that stack. That's a lot of artillery again. And slowly make our way towards the barracks in there. That's going to be 7 garrisons though, so that's not going to be cheap. I'm going to send you to be repaired in the meanwhile. And there's some more stuff over there. There's Israeli tanks trying to attack our garrisons. Luckily our garrisons are starting to be pretty decent quality, but we're down to 29,000 reserve personnel, so we really need to be careful. Oh, you're going to have to pull back. There we go, the infantry is at least doing very good damage in here. Let's move you down this way. Oh, and that Russian is going to get into our side of things. Good. Right, how are we doing? So there's still a lot of bombardment from both sides. Also, there's a lot of different artillery and anti-aircraft guns in there. They did not manage to get through there. Over here, have we got on a garrison? A little bit. So we might be able to start pushing further south soon enough. Okay, so we've got these two in here. Let's go ahead and start taking more of this terrain here. under our control. There we go. The more we take, the better it is going to be for us. Because now they can't cross through there unless they are going to my side, which most of those are not. Oh, Iceland and Micronesia form alliance. Alright then, that's a bit unexpected, but sure. Okay, now we've got 30,000 reserve personnel again. I mean, we are training as much as we can right now. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be enough. We'll give it a shot. And I'm also shooting a lot of these enemy units here. Like, these elite infantry, or elite forces rather, are doing really well right now. I couldn't be any happier about the performance that they've got, at least thus far. If we want to attack there, we might want to... I'm going to shuffle around these a little bit, so I'm going to have the infantry do the attacking. There's going to be some garrisons in there that are pushed out, but at least we've blocked the border over here. And I'm going to try to block it even further. You offering industrial goods? Sure. Industrial goods. And industrial goods. I'm just going to buy all of it right now. To have enough of stockpile for future use. Do we still have a lot of troops here? Oh wow, we do. Okay, so it's the 11th group. Seems to be mostly here. Let's push them forward down that way. And now the battle for Lumbomo has started. Let's go ahead and send these to help. It certainly won't hurt, other than them. There we go, the garrisons are going down rather quickly. One of these does need to pull back. But so far so good. If we can kind of block the... at least this border here, and then maybe that border, we can start kind of working around that. It's going to help us a long way. There's still going to be some ways for them to get in, but the more we close the approaches that they have, the less they'll be able to send in troops, quite frankly. Let's send in these two IF2s as well. If we can break those APCs, that's going to be really good for us. That's one down. Let's have a look at how the battle in the south is going. Okay, the infantry should be able to go in there very soon. And then it's just a matter of holding that and getting a garrison in there, quite frankly. Okay, so this combat engineers are taking quite a bit of damage. I'm going to send one of these to repair. I'm going to send this one to repair. And we got this 11th battle group in here. I'm just going to go around the border here. Relatively far, at least. There's a massive amount of merchant marine. I'm not entirely sure where they are heading, but that is a lot of them. Let's just go ahead and get some garrison in here. I'm going to make sure that we repair that, or keep that barracks up to date. You're offering some industrial goods, Colombia, okay, and France is offering quite a bit of military goods. Sure, how are we doing to some military goods? We've still got 41,000, but we are using a lot of them, so that buying some of that is actually worthwhile. At least for the time being. These could be sent for repairs unless we already sent them to repairs, but they could still be sent for repairs, I guess. Okay, so there's still a lot of troops around here, but we managed to take out a decent chunk over here, kind of the main artery of the road under our control, so they need to go around in the jungle now, which means that they are going to be more vulnerable to our bombardment. Not to mention, there's a lot of friendly troops in here just sitting there. Let's go ahead and push ourselves there, so the Ugandan troops can also help us a little bit. Right, let's just keep on going around the border here. Now there is going to be some garrisons in here. Oh, actually there's going to be a lot of garrisons there. And a ton of anti-aircraft guns, and maybe some artillery as well. But there we go, we got the area mostly under control now. We could even send some of these to start entrenching at the crossroad there. We might want to build a trench there. I might not put any garrisons in there, but we'll have a trench in there at least. And over here we might actually just decommission that facility. Get some of the resources back. Okay, so the enemy is still sending a lot of troops. How much do we have? We've got 33,000 reserve personnel now. Ooh, but a lot of the howitzers need to pull back, I reckon. Well, at least that one does. Just send you down that way. And then these could be... I'm just going to start moving them over here, so they're not being bombarded by everyone, but they'll be able to shoot back at some of them. I think it's going to be more worthwhile right now. Right, so how are we doing over here? Got our troops standing in position. A lot of the friendly troops are going around that way. Let's go ahead and send one of these IF2s to start going around there. Just along the river here, to stop them from using it. Although there's actually some friendly troops here that are using... Oh, moving about right now. Just gonna move them forward. There we go, we took that one. Gonna move you, you, and you. I'm gonna have you take these. There we go. And you can move back.
We need reinforcements.
Because we're moving on the river is very slow. So looks like they are now trying to attack here, but like we got still pretty strong defenses. So I'm not too worried about that. What I probably should be a bit worried about is the situation down here. I mean, the friendly troops are kind of doing some damage, but whether it's going to be enough or not, we don't know yet. One of these needs to go repair as well. I'm going to start moving some of these into the deeper forest so we can start destroying even more of those that are trying to go around. There's a massive amount of troops still in this region. Do you want to get more troops in there? I mean, there's already more troops to be put in there, quite frankly. But yeah, we've still got 41 billion. Still got ways to go for that 1 trillion, but first we need to win a war here. Right, we can just move along this front here. It's mostly friendly troops anyway. So the faster we take control of this northern area, the better. There are some troops still out and about. Oh, that's a lot of Italians in there, actually. Let's move these on the road. These two can move in there. It's a bit micro-heavy, but I'm going like one province at a time to make sure that I capture the entire border in here. More or less. But yeah, we've already taken most of that. If we can now take... How much troops is there? There's a lot of them in there. Okay. Well, on the other hand, we can move in here. Move like a full stack down that way. So we can destroy them from multiple sides, and the Nigerian troops will also shoot at the enemy, so that should be pretty good. I mean, this is mostly Italian troops right now here. I mean, there's some Turkish troops over there as well. But we are making good headway in retaking this land. And then once we control this, they won't be able to conquer it until they reach around here again. Which they might. In all fairness, they might. But it's less likely. El Salvador wants to offer some industrial goods. Well, pretty good price, sure. And then some industrial goods from... Was that Trinidad? I think it was. I didn't check the name. And Canada offers industrial goods as well. So we got a lot of offers from all over the world. So we're making pretty good money that way. Let's go ahead and keep the stacks over here moving. Because, as I've said, the sooner we push the enemy out of this pocket, the easier it is going to be for us to defend the northern area. Because they won't be able to retake it. Due to how the mechanics work. There we go, we took a little bit there. Let's move these in here and stack up some of these. And we still got 33,000 reserve personnel, so that's good. Now I'll just keep on moving down this way. That is still under technically AI control or enemy control. So we'll need to take that one as well. We'll send one of those units back, and the rest of these that can move will go over here and push back the enemy. And slowly but surely, it is falling into our hands.
We need reinforcements.
There we go. So now that entire border is back to our hands, so they can't really cross the border. The enemies that we have, or the nations, which is basically Congo, that we are actually fighting, those can still cross that border and take land. But anyone else cannot. And how much does Congo actually have troops themselves? 51,000 total, and that includes the garrisons that are active, which is probably most of it. They might have some troops themselves, but for the most part it's just foreign nations sending in troops more and more and more, which is starting to be a bit annoying in all fairness. We got some combat engineers here that have been repaired, and some elite forces. I'm just going to start sending them up north a little bit. We've got some tanks over here as well. Oh, right, yeah, we got the stuff over there. There's still some artillery over here that may be causing problems later on, but right now, since we don't have any troops nearby, it should be fine. And there's still actually not that much fighting in here right now. I mean, there's a little bit, but there's also a lot of friendly troops that are just sitting in there. I wonder, I should probably take over a bit more of the border here. I mean, you're still approaching that. Okay. No surprise there. Yeah, let's go over here, destroy the garrison defending, if there is a garrison defending this. There's going to be a lot of artillery around here, though. Hopefully we can do enough damage, like destroy some of the garrison, destroy some of the artillery that are outside of that port. And there's just so much troops going in and out of that port that that's causing some problems. But there we go, we are destroying the garrison now. Although we're taking quite a bit of casualties ourselves. And there's some IF-2s approaching, or is that Stormer? No, that's an IF-2. It's the same model, so it's a bit hard to discern which one is which. Okay, so are we actually taking that? There we go, and the Ugandan troops are also helping. And now we're going to start destroying those artillery pieces there, although there's also the light infantry that's taking heavy casualties now. Actually, no, we weren't even shooting them. Well, I'll be. Okay, well now we can go down here and maybe destroy those. I think these are Cyprus's units, oddly enough. Did we get the reinforcements here? We got a little bit there. We still got pretty good defensive position there overall. I mean, it's on the light forest, but if the enemy needs to get close quarters, then they're doomed. What do we have here? We got a decent bit of garrisons already. So what I might want to do is, well, we got all of this currently in, well, being taken care of. I'm just gonna drop a couple of IF-2s sitting right on top of there. I'm gonna build a trench over there, and then we can actually start getting rid of a lot of these trenches, or at least lower the garrisons down to like 2 each, because we don't need this many units in here, not in the back lines. And you go down to there. Am I putting in 2 or 1? That should be going to 2. Maybe these we can keep still ongoing because there's a bit more, but that should free up a lot of reserve personnel soon enough. So that we're going to start building out the trench along the river towards Congo. Or the border with Congo. How much do we have? We've got 3 garrisons there now. Let's go ahead and take this stack. Well, I'm going to take the IF-2s from here. Entrench down there. And then we're going to start building more of the trenches in here. We got the enemy units approaching down here still. I mean, this is a bit of a precarious situation. Once we get a bit more of the elite forces repaired and all sent down that way, we should be okay. Which actually reminds me, do we have any more troops over here that we could send in? Not really. On the other hand, we don't really have a garrison in case either. Let's make sure that we repair it, at least if there's bombardment on it. I suppose I could... Oh, right, who are... Oh, you're part of this group, okay. Oh, there was probably a friendly unit that pushed you out of there. Alright then. I suppose I could send the IF-2 into the forest as well. Or into the jungle. And how are we doing down here? We are surrounded now. Okay, time to pull these units back. We did a little bit, but not enough. We need to get some elite forces in there, and you guys just get over there. You don't have the supplies, so you are kind of stuck there. But we can't really spare more troops from here either. Okay, they are moving a little bit. might get stopped again once they get there. Oh, now they're being shot at. Oh, that's not good. Taking neural fire from Tunisia. I don't like that. You're offering them industrial goods, sure. Okay, well. At least we got that, but we are indeed out of time for this episode. So yeah, we got that sorted out now, which is quite nice, which you probably figured out from the title of the episode anyway. But if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.